Hi, this is Dave Gambrell of Lacrosse.com, and today we're going to talk about the lacrosse stick and the basic terminology used to describe the parts of a lacrosse stick. This here is a lacrosse stick, or a crosse, as used in the boys' game. You'll see there are a couple different components to the stick. There is the head, which is the plastic part here. Inside the head you have the pocket or the mesh. Sometimes you'll see the traditionally strung sticks, they have leather inside here. I would not recommend leather for the youth players. They should do fine with mesh. Leather is fine for the older kids, but it takes a little more maintenance, so I would go with mesh. That's fine. So there's the head. The pocket is the part here that is in the mesh. You see the nice teardrop design of the pocket. Then you have the shaft or handle where your hands go, and then the end cap or butt end on the end. A lot of times to secure this, sometimes you need some tape to make sure it stays securely on there. Now, a couple things to keep in mind with a lacrosse stick, especially for a youth player. The dimensions of the stick has to be 40 inches from the top of the head to the end cap. A lot of times when they're sold right off the shelf, you might have a stick. The total dimensions from here to here are 40 inches, anywhere up to 44 inches. If you want to cut it, that's fine. Cut it down, but just make sure you have it no shorter than 40 inches. You'll find that sometimes in the maybe second, third, fourth grade level, they allow them to play with a shorter crosse, but these handles and shafts are not cheap. So my recommendation would be even get your third and fourth grader to get used to playing with a regulation stick from top to bottom, 40 inches. So you cut it to that. I also get some questions about long sticks for youth players. Most people don't recommend the little guys like third and fourth grade play with a long stick. You might see maybe in the fifth and sixth grade level for the defensive players to play with a long crosse, or maybe you'll see a long stick midi. There's a couple guidelines on that. The recommendations are if they buy it right off the shelf, it's legal the way it is. You don't need to cut it. You can cut it, and what a lot of people will tell you is that you should put the stick on the ground in front of the player, and the stick should be no longer than the player is tall. So if you have the short little third and fourth graders, you don't want to have them playing with a stick that's much taller than they are. You'd want to cut it down to their level. But again, those shafts and handles are not cheap, so I would think twice about getting a long stick for a little kid. Most little kids, third and fourth graders, cannot handle it, and some leagues and municipalities actually have rules against players below a certain age using a long stick. So I would check with your coach or the officials in your area to see if that's even allowed. Now, something else to keep in mind, when you get the stick, a lot of parents have the urge to help their kids get a deeper pocket. They want to loosen all these strings, the sidewall strings, the shooting strings, the string that connects the mesh pocket to the crosse. Resist the urge to play with those strings at all costs. What you can do to get a nice deep pocket is simply take a ball and jam it into the pocket like this. You'll get the nice teardrop design that you're looking for. Also, just through play, have your kid go out, and it's good practice for them anyway to practice 10 catches with their left hand, put it in the right hand, 10 catches against the wall, boom, just get them to break it in that way. If you loosen the strings on the side, the sidewall strings or this one on the bottom, I know you mean well, but what happens is you loosen it too far and the ball falls through. You also create what's known as an illegal pocket. The pocket can only be as deep as a ball. So what the officials will do is they'll put a ball in the stick, they'll look at the lowest part of the head here, the plastic, and at the ball that's inside there. If there's any daylight between here and here, that stick is illegal. Not sure if you can see on this video, but this stick is perfectly fine for use in the game. It's a legal crosse. I cannot see any daylight in there. You do not want your stick or your pocket any deeper than that anyway. So if you get it to that level, you're good to go. And that's basically it. Those are the different parts of a lacrosse stick. Again, these videos are geared towards beginners, especially parents of youth players that are trying to understand the game, the different terminology and nomenclature for the parts of the game and the field. If you want more information and to see the other videos in the series, check out Laxtown, LAXTOWN.com. We'll put our videos there. You can also see our YouTube channel, spelled out, Laxtown.com, LAXTOWNDOTCOM, spelled out, and search it on YouTube, and you'll see the rest in our series of videos for lacrosse. Hope you have a great day. Again, I'm Dave Gambrell from Laxtown.com.